Hi guys, welcome to another episode of
Thriving After 30.
I'm Priya,
And I'm Kayla.
and today we are going to be talking about what friendships are like in your 30s, because things really do change.
They do, yes.
People come, people go. Yeah, let's get into it. Like me and my best friend, we both had kids at the same time.
Mhm.
So we were both 17 when we had our children. So we've kind of grown up together. Our children have grown up together. Some of my friends are now in their 30s and they're having kids, where I had my children when I was younger. So obviously I was busy with a child, but I just feel like I had a lot more time when I was younger, where now I am a mum. I've got 2 kids. Obviously I've always worked, so work is there. But I just feel like as you get older, everybody is kind of off doing their own things. Relationships. Like I've been with my partner a long time, but I feel like a lot of my friends, like they're in relationships. Some of them are married now. So we've just got all different priorities. And also I feel like you outgrow people as well.
Oh, definitely. And I think it's that understanding. Like I've gone through various different stages of friendships. And like you, like I had my son in my 20s. So a lot of my friends, it's really weird because I had like half of my friends had kids before I had my son. So I was still in that early, like between sort of like 16 to 20. A lot of my friends had kids.
Oh.
So I was the one who didn't have a kid, was enjoying life. And then at 21, I had my son. And then it was like, okay, their kids were a couple of years old and I had a newborn. So we did have that common ground where we could do stuff. But then it's like, as their kids got older and my son was still a bit younger, it then changed the dynamic. And then my friends that didn't have kids, I was the one at home and they wanted to go out and I couldn't go out. And now, like you, I've got friends who are in their 30s that are just having kids. And it's like, mate, my kid's 14 now. Like, we don't have that common ground anymore. Like, what do you really do with, like, your friend's kids where your kid's, like, 14, doesn't want to hang around for 5-year-old?
Yeah, I feel like it can be difficult. Of course, like I love my friends' kids, but I do feel like with some of my friends where they have like their kids now and they're older mums, I don't know why. I just feel like when you're a young mum, it's just so much easier just to make things work.
Yeah.
You're not as, oh, I can't do anything. But I feel like with some of my friends that are mums now, it's like, oh, baby. It's just the baby.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's like an older mum mentality or how, I don't know what it is.
I think it is that I do agree with that. I think older mums, their life then revolves around the child.
Yeah.
Whereas when we were younger, for me personally, I still was young. Like, what do you mean? I'm a mum, but I still need to be me as well.
I feel like they lose themselves.
Lose their identity a little bit.
Yeah, they feel that, I've got this baby and I am mum and that's it.
Yeah.
Where when we were younger, as you said, it's like, I was definitely mum. That's my child.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, mum needs to be able to have fun.
Yeah, I was still Kayla.
Yeah, we still need to be ourselves. We still need to be able to go out. We still need to be able to mingle. We can't just be mum all the time. And I think that can have a really big impact on friendships.
Yeah.
And also like just outgrowing certain people. I feel like looking at my friendship group, or people that I've been friends with, I've outgrown a lot of people over the years. I think I got rid of a lot of the people that I knew weren't going to kind of come with me along on my journey into my 30s already in my 20s.
Mm-hmm.
I have friends now, as I mentioned before, like a lot of my friends, they have been from school.
Mm-hmm.
I've met a few people along the way, like I've met you. I've got a friend from work, Kamal, and I've got another friend from work, Jolanta. Like I've got a couple other friends actually, but they're people that I speak to here and there, like maybe once or twice a year. I feel like I have lots of different friends, but I would say I have a handful of close friends that I will speak to quite often.
Mm-hmm.
I think as I've got older now, I'm very mindful of my time. I know I've mentioned before, it's like group chats. Like when I was in my 20s, I had a lot more time for it. But what I've noticed now is I hate trying to organise things and it doesn't go to plan.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of sends me off the rails. So it's just like, I don't put a date in the diary and it doesn't go ahead, because what you've now done is you could be messing with my money, you're messing with my time, and it's just annoying.
And I see you as unreliable now.
Yeah, I see you as unreliable now. And like, I've got strikes. Strike one. All right, things come up. If you do it again, I'm getting annoyed.
It's like when I said in the last episode, the ADHD episode, they're building up. The little things are building up.
They're building up, and then I'm like, let me know when it's planned.
Yeah.
And I'll be there. Don't ask me what date can you do? Can you do this date? Because I really get quite wound up. And I've noticed that, like, with like with people previously, I just feel like organising things as a group hasn't worked. So
it can be hard. This is the thing, and this is what, again, it's about the priorities and life. Everyone's life is different. Like, I do find organising things in big groups is so difficult.
So difficult.
And there always has to be that person. And I believe that I used to be that person that would just be like, nah, fuck it. This is what we're doing. You either come or you don't. It got to that point. And I hate that, because I feel like I'm being bossy, and I don't want to be seen as like the bossy person. But it's like, well, if I don't take charge, it's not going to happen.
Oh, look at you, Mrs. Direct, telling me I'm fucking direct. How dare you? No, but I feel like it has to be like that. Do you know what I figured out? Do a poll. We're never going to agree on the right date. Do a poll and then go with the majority.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have to miss out on things, unfortunately. Yes. But I do feel like it is very annoying when a plan gets organised and then it doesn't go ahead. Recently, I've got like a little group, 30s and lit, and we go out and we have fun. And even though there has been moments with that group where we haven't agreed on the date, but something's always come through. It's always come to fruition that actually, right, someone might miss out, but we're going out on this date. It's never been cancelled.
No.
Nothing's been cancelled. Nothing's been cancelled.
And that's one thing.
I like that.
I think this is the thing that I learned. Like, when I was in a girl group, it was that thing of, I was in a girl group previously to 30 and lit.
She's now 30 and lit.
I'm now 30 and lit. But like before, it was that thing of you can't be mad if you miss things. Sometimes you are going to miss things. Like, you can try and get everyone to go to something, but it's never always going to work, because everyone has different lives. Everyone has different schedules, kids, work, like families. It's never always going to work. But you just have to say, you know what? As a grown-up, you have to say, I got to miss out on this one. You lot go ahead. As much as I would love to do it, sorry, I'm going to have to miss this one out. Like, even the last one that you guys went out, I had to say, not the last one, the one before, I had to say, sorry, I can't do this one. And that's okay.
And that's how it goes. And I think it's also it's not just about, like, when I talk about wasting my time, I feel like the whole conversation we've had about organising this, going back and forth, wastes, I find it annoying. So what I've realised is, like, obviously I've got this little group now and we go out and we do things. It's more of a group where we go out and do things rather than like big discussions about things, I would say. That is like the main focus, which I love. Where like group chats I've been in before, it's just like friends and we talk and we organise stuff. But now what I found is, like, with that group, we're always trying to organise things and it never kind of happened. So now I will organise things with people separate if I want to see them.
Yeah.
Because I know that as a group, we're never able to organise anything. It always ends up a shit show and I get annoyed. And I know when I get annoyed, I need to take myself out of that situation. But also, like, with people, if I reach out to you, I'll reach out the first time.
Yeah.
And I'll try and organise something. If I reach out the second time, I'm not bothered if I don't speak to you again, you know. I know that is very cutthroat, but as I've got older, I just don't have time.
Yeah. See, my thing now that I've done is, if there's something I really want to do, I send it to multiple people and I'm saying, I want to do this. I'm going to this. Who wants to come? And you either come or you don't. But if it's something I really want to do, like the cowboy thing, I sent it to you, I sent it to my sister and to my cousin. And I was like, I want to do this. Who's coming? You couldn't make it. My cousin couldn't make it. My sister was like, yeah, let's do it. I was like, all right, cool, we're doing it.
But all my friends are in that one group, basically.
Yeah, but this
that
is the thing.
would go out and do something.
Yeah, so you literally put it in saying, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Who's on it? If no one doesn't do it, all right, fine, don't come. Like,
no,
you have to be like that sometimes.
And that's what I'm on now. Like, that is what I'm on. Is like, I'm going to do it regardless. So you're either going to jump on it or you're not. But I just don't like it when we're trying to organise something as a collective. And it's like, well, it has to be it's meant to be a group of us rather than me just go, okay, I've seen this. I know you'll come along and that's
Yeah.
we're good to go. Does that make sense? But yeah, I just feel like it's so important about quality as well, rather than quantity.
I think for what I've come to realize in my 30s, like I've gained and lost quite a few friends in my 30s. This like the last 2 years actually, and I've come to this thing of like, you have certain friends for a reason and certain friends for a season. And you were my friend for a reason that I met. And again, like I kind of in my 30s was a bit like, I don't really want to make new friends. Or not that I was actually against it, but I was just a bit like, I've had a lot of trouble with friendships, and I do think a lot of it plays on my ADHD, is that I feel like I go above and beyond for friends, and I expect the same, and it never works out. So I get pissed off and I stop talking to people. I'm very well known for that in my 20s. So apologies to everyone from my 20s that I was friends with that I cut off. This is why I just didn't like something you did. It's just who I am. But in my 30s, it's because I've kind of embraced who I am now. And it's like people are going to either like it or not like it. But yeah, so like friends for seasons. And I had a group of friends. We don't speak anymore. But at that time, I needed them. And they were there when I needed that pick me up, and I needed to be living my best life and enjoying my life. And we had a great season together, and I don't regret it. I wish them all the best going forward, but I think there was an age gap difference, and there was things that I've outgrown now from that, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I do feel like now in my 30s that I am more selective with who I'm around. Like, well, I say my 30s, like the last sort of year, I'm now being more selective about who I want to be around. Like, you can have different friends for different things. I believe when I was younger, I did try and always mingle all my friends together, and that doesn't work. But I'm learning now that, yeah, you can't do that. Sometimes you do just have to have separate friends for separate things, and there's nothing wrong with that.
So yeah, we're very different, because I have, as I said, I've always kind of had the same group of friends. I've had a few people in my 20s that have like dipped in, like maybe like 3 people, and you haven't made it this far for whatever reason. I think it's mainly because I've outgrown them. Yeah. Like, I'm a completely different person to who I was in my 20s. Also, I don't have time for mix up. Like, see, like drama, all of those things. I'm very close. I'm very protective of my energy. I have not had an argument, okay, or any mix up with anybody that I've been like friend wise since I was probably like maybe a teenager, maybe like before I was 21 years old. I don't have time for it. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not in a this one said this one, because guess what? I don't care. Yeah. I don't care what people say. I haven't got time for the mix up and drama. If it's not making me money, I don't have time for it. And I feel like when I see certain people, you see like they're always having issues with their friends, or you know, they're throwing up like indirects on Snapchat or Instagram. And I think it's just bizarre. I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, I don't have time for it. And I think because I take things quite personal, it could just get really toxic for no reason.
100%. And I agree. And I've been in that where I have got so angry about things, and like, because I don't like the way, but I'm obviously, you know, I vent to you about everything. Like when there's been certain things, and actually when there's been certain things where you've just turned around to me and been like, oh, why are you putting up with it? And it clicked with me, like, why am I actually arguing over this stuff and getting mad and stuff? Like, yeah, be done with it. But I think I give people too many chances. And because, especially like, no, just in general, I give people too many chances. And then I get upset that they continue to act a certain way. And then I move mad.
Yeah, I really don't have time for it. I find it can be really draining. So I'd rather just cut you off And that's why I've been so selective about the people that I have let in my life and who I call my friends. Because once you're my friend, you're my friend. Yeah. And I take the word friendship very seriously. That's why, you know, sometimes when people are like, oh yeah, this is my friend, that's my friend. I'm just like, they're not all your friends. Like, they're really not. So I just expect a level of loyalty. I also want to be free with the people that I call my friends. So I know who I've told certain things to, and see if certain things get out. I know, like, you know, say for example, I'm having a little de-stress with you, you know, like a de-stress. I know that I've spoken to you about that, and I need to be able to trust my friends. I haven't got time for, oh, guess what? You know what? This one's talking about Priya. They know this. Oh, where's that come from? That's come from... I have not got time for it. I know this sounds so silly, but I had like a little family thing, and someone called me and they were like, oh yeah, I heard you said this about this person, that you did, you know, you were upset with this person. I'm thinking, you obviously don't know me. Because one thing about me, I don't talk about people like that. Like, I don't care. Obviously, I care about my friends, but I don't care about people enough to be sitting there gossiping about someone. Like, that's just not in my nature. And also, I don't care if someone don't like me. Like, if you don't like me, you don't like me. As long as you're not moving weird around me. Once you start moving weird, I'm either going to address it or I'm going to remove you from my space. But I do not care if people don't like me. I don't care if you, I'm just a not caring person. And I feel like, because I've learned over my years, as I said, I haven't had any drama. When I did have drama when I was younger, it was big drama, mixed up drama. I'm having beef with people. Like, in my school years, I don't have time for that. I just want a nice, easy life. And I feel like being at this age now and having mixed up friends, it's just long.
I think for me, like I've always said, some people take this as like, I would never say that I gossip. I will vent, and I will put hold to that, because I know the type of person I am, that when I'm upset about things, my mouth can get horrible. Like, I know this. So I will speak to someone, especially, well, you mainly, I will vent to you, and it's more that I'm asking for advice. So I will ask advice on how I should deal with a situation. And I've been pulled up on it before and been told that I'm two-faced for speaking to someone about, but I'm like, if it involves me, like if it's something to do with me and it's not like I'm saying, oh my God, you'll never guess what. So no, if it's, this is what happened with me and so, and this is how I feel. Am I overreacting? Am I I wouldn't call that being two-faced or gossiping.
I don't think that is. Do you know what I think that the difference is? As you said, that you talk to me. So like, I have, Shanice is my best friend. Like, she'll know the world about me. She knows everything. Do you know what I mean? I don't see that as me gossiping or speaking to her. Like, I speak to you about things. Like, I don't see that as, even though I don't have any issues with people really anyway to discuss, but I'm saying if I did, I feel like I should be able to come to my really close friend and have that discussion. I don't think that's two-faced. I think that's what my close friend is for. It's not like I'm sitting down in a group and I'm being like, oh, guys, guess what? You know, this person, they're really pissed off. What do you all think? Like, you're coming to somebody that you're close to get a perspective on something.
And but I have in the past been pulled up about stuff, and I'm like, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because actually, that probably saved you.
Trust me.
Not to be like, but yeah, that probably saved you. Me having that conversation with Priya, where Priya was level-headed and was like, no, was the reason that I didn't turn around and box you in your mouth. So like, but I do, and I think like you should be allowed to vent to people, because it does actually, like, there are times when I might be looking at something and I'm probably being a bit sensitive, and you've said to me, no, it's like, don't, like, there's been times where I've asked you certain things and you've been like, no, I don't see it like that. And I'm like, okay, cool. It's getting a different perspective on it. But yeah, I've been pulled up and been like, oh, you shouldn't talk about the situation with people. I'm like, but I should be able to. Like, and I don't see anything wrong with that. And it's this whole thing about like feeling guilty about, especially like in groups where it's like, if I would never in a group sit there, if I've got a problem with another person in the group and be like, oh, I'll come to an outside source and be like say to you and say X, Y, and Z. Because I do think it can get messy where it is people in one group. And that's where I think I've learned with groups that sometimes they're not for me.
That's why I'm so glad. That's what I have to say. Even though my previous, before the 30s and lit group, haven't been good at organising things,
Yeah.
I've never been in a group where there's any bad energy or bad vibes or this person don't like. Well, hopefully I'm not the person that they don't like and everyone's talking about me behind my back. But I've never had that sort of feeling or, you know, that none of that. Like and I'm so grateful for that. But I've never had that. And I think that would make me really anxious, actually, and I wouldn't want to be in something like that.
Yeah, and that was for me is why I had to remove myself, because I am that person. I am that overthinker, and I had to say to myself, do you know what? Like, for your own mental health here, you have to remove yourself from this. Like, it's not to do with anyone else. It's to do with you, and you have to remove yourself. And I did. And I think with your group, it's like, don't get me wrong, as much as I'm a part of it, it's not my group, if that makes sense. Like, I've met everyone and I get on really well, and it is just organising to go out, and it is just a nice night out. Like, I'm not sitting there knowing everyone's deepest, darkest secrets and stuff. It is just let's meet up and go out. And I like that.
It serves its purpose.
Yes.
Like, the purpose of the group was like, we have a really good time when we go out. Like, we obviously, you've met everyone through me, but we're really like, everybody's just calm. And we were like, right, let's do different things. Yoga, night out, food, like just all different things. And we just throw them in there and whoever can make it. Yeah. It's different. But then I know when it's a group where it's like, everybody knows different things about you and it's a deep group. It can be, if you haven't got the right people in that group with the right mindset and you've got bored people or people that aren't very happy in themselves or people that are just mix up or just different people, it can be a toxic environment. Yeah. And I've always said it's a little bit like relationships. It's having the wrong friendships or having the wrong man or woman around you and they say something to piss you off that day, it can ruin your whole day. And having, you just can't do it. Not now.
And I think as well, like, so one thing I have a friend who I've known since I was young. And when I started my spiritual journey, me and her reconnected. So we kind of, like, we were close when we were younger, and then we kind of had like some distance from each other. And then when I was on my spiritual journey, we ended up just coming across each other again. And reconnecting through that. And it was like, you know, when you just say like certain things happen for a reason. And that is now our thing that we kind of bond over. But one of the things I learned from her as well was like how the dynamic of our friendship has changed now is we don't talk all the time. But we talk when we need to, and like when we want to catch up and everything, and we'll meet up here and there. But one thing I learned from her was that sometimes other people, like you can be there for your friends, but you have to be mindful of the amount of energy you put onto your friends as well. So like, even sometimes with you, like I do it with everyone now, like I'm mindful of how much I almost like trauma dump.
I think I've become more mindful of that of recent. I think especially with you, sometimes you are like my go-to when I'm having a down moment. But I think
of ours is very balanced. Like we have those down moments.
It is, but I feel like mine's very fucking repetitive. So
but mine you had to deal with mine for like ages. But yeah.
So I feel like I am being a bit more mindful now. Yeah. But I think just for my own energy as well. But it is true. Like you have to be mindful of the energy that you're letting out and the energy that you're consuming.
Yeah. It is. And we've both said this, like I think we've said it on here, but we've said it in general as well. We're both empaths. We take on people's energy so easily. But this is a thing where I'm very mindful, like with my spirituality, of cleansing. I will cleanse my space. And like, if I know I'm having if I go to places where I've been surrounded by a lot of people and taking on energies, like I will have spiritual baths afterwards. And I'm mindful of those kind of things. I'm mindful of the energy a lot more now. I never used to be, but I'm a lot more mindful now about like the energy I give out, also take back in, and how much I can take in with other people. Like I say, with me and you, I find we do have moments where we do have those trauma dumping times, but a lot of our conversations are very positive as well. And I think this podcast has actually really helped because that has been a main focus of our conversations. So in that sense, it has shifted a dynamic. Like we'll still always be there for each other when we're going through shit. But like I think I've had some friendships where it is all doom and gloom. Yeah, every minute it's just doom and gloom, and it becomes too much. It's too much. And I think there has to be, like we've always said, balance, like filling each other's cups up. But when I've said it before, like I think it's like in the beginning, when friendships can be one-sided, they can be very draining.
It's very true. I know that you've mentioned, like just now, that you've made quite a few new friends. Well, you've had a few friends, like as you said, friends for seasons, friends for reasons, friends for seasons, friends for reasons. Like, how do you make friends? Because it's just been like random, like for me, where I met you through like a mutual, my partner, your ex-partner. Boom, we became friends, and look at us now. But like other people that I am actually cool with, actually I can literally, the other people that I'm cool with are through work, and that's it. Apart from that, it's from school. So like, how have you?
Okay, so my main friends, I genuinely only have one friend from school now, and she doesn't even live in the country.
Oh my gosh.
Who I still have associates from school. But when I say like class is my friend, and actually we were not the bestest of friends. We hated each other when we first met in school.
Oh, do you know what? It's so funny because me and Shanice used to fucking hate each other. She used to be like trying to pull my ponytail. Like it was great. We had a proper love-hate relationship, and like look at us now.
My closest friend, like from school, like when we first met each other, we didn't like each other. She thought I was a stuck-up bitch, and I used to call her Spoonhead. No, because her forehead was like used to shape like a spoon. I was a fucked up kid. Funny. I was so horrible when I was little. But yeah, like we didn't like each other, and then we became friends. We became mutual friends from both being smokers in year 11, like hiding in school having fags. And then we became friends, and she was the first person I went on my girls' holiday with. Like she was my best friend for years, and then she moved back to Portugal. She's my son's godmother, everything. But like we still talk. We don't talk as often, but I know that if I need her, I can call her, and she knows if she needs me, she can call me. And if I'm in Portugal, I will go and see her, and if she's over here, she will definitely come and see me. So, but yeah, so that's kind of like the only friend I've kept from school. All my other friendships have been from outside school. Like my best friend Rachel, I actually met her through another friend who I'm not friends with anymore. But then me and Rachel became really close, and like she's the one friendship I've had since I was 16.
Oh wow!
Who I've never had an argument with. Like we might piss each other off, but we've never had a full blown argument and never stopped talking. But the best thing is that friendship is like for both of us, it's very low maintenance. So there's never been any reason for dramas or anything because we do catch up when we need to. Like she was there for me when I had my son. Like she was that person that was there for me. And one of my biggest regrets to this day is that we wasn't as close when I got my son christened, so I didn't make her my son's godmother. But actually, she's probably the only person that should have been my son's godmother because she has been there throughout my son's whole life. That's his auntie. That's who he knows as his auntie. And then I've got like my friend Nicole, who I've known since I was like 17, 18. And again, that's been a friendship that's dipped in and out, but we'll always know that we're there for each other. But again, another low maintenance friendship. And I think that's what it is I used to be a very needy person, like very needy. Like I expected my friends to talk to me all day, every day. What do you mean you can't talk to me? What do you mean you're working? Answer the fucking phone. I was needy as fuck.
Oh my God.
Needy as fuck, like, especially up. And I think as well.
When do you think that stops?
When I got a life.
When did you get a life?
Mid-20s. Okay. Mid-20s. But I was that needy friend. Like, mid-20s. And I think a lot of it was as well, it was when I had Ashley, so when I was 21 especially, it was that I had nothing to do. when he was napping and stuff, like, I just wanted to sit on
Oh my
the phone.
God, I was napping when my kids were napping.
I couldn't. I never used to be able to nap during the day.
I loved a nap. That was
Couldn't
like,
do it.
forget about all the cleaning in the house. I'm going for a nap.
Couldn't do it. I'm that person that literally, he's napping, I'm washing up. You should be on the phone to me. I need someone to talk to while I'm washing up.
That's crazy.
I know.
I've never been like that. I've never been like, I've got two of my friends, you know who you are. They are always on their phones. Like, actually, I'll say three because you're one of them now. Like, if you're not online, I know that you're on TikTok on a live. But I'm not a person who's really on my phone like that. Like, I feel like where I use my phone for some work stuff, that's the only annoying thing, and I'm making more of a conscious effort not to.
Yeah.
Because I will be on my phone, but I've never been a person who really needs to speak to people.
See, I was, and then like I say, when I was 25, I kind of like had this like thing where I just got a life and I couldn't be on the phone. And then I realized that I wasn't just the only needy friend. I had needy friends as well. And when I couldn't be there for them, it caused issues.
Yeah, my friends are not needy. They are, you know what, like all my friends I have around me are like go-getters. They know what they're doing with their life. They're conscious of also their time that they spend doing certain things. I just feel like they're a different type of friends that I have, and I'm so grateful to have friends like that.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like needy people, obviously you've grown out of that, it's like you have too much time on your hands.
Yeah, and I did.
And
100%
I can't be around people that have too much time on their hands, because I know it's a bad mentality to have, but I'm like, why do you have so much time on your hand? Don't you have money to make? Like, it's a really bad thing, and I've got out of it because I know it can sound quite rude, but I'm like, why have you got, like, don't you like making money? Like, do you know what you could be doing with your time when you're speaking to people or you're doing this and that? That's why I even get angry with myself if I'm spending too much time on my phone or doing certain things. I'm like, do you know what I could be doing? I could be putting my brain into something else, like more productive.
Yeah, and I think that was it. That was when I was 25, that was when I started my career. And I didn't have the time. I think 25 was when I became the go-getter. Before 25, like I was working, but I had the time on my hands. Because I was doing and then, like I say, started my career at 25, and that was when I realized that A, I had been a needy friend and needed to stop that, and B, that I was surrounded by needy friends. And then it was like, I then became, and I've said this before, but I was that friend who had the best job, was like doing the best. And that's when I realized I needed to, I don't want to say level up my friends, but I needed more people around me that were doing on the same thing. And that's when I started meeting people through work. And then like some of the French, I can say, do you know when you can say like, I had work friends who I'm not close with anymore, like they've gone from friends to associates, but at that time they were my friends. And being around them, they made me feel more like a go-getter. And I feel like I've constantly, since then, been leveling up my friendship groups. And then I went through a stage where I was healing, but I wasn't healing in the correct way. And I surrounded myself with people that probably weren't the best for me at that time. But I needed it at the same time.
You needed that release.
I needed the release.
Sometimes you just need to let loose, and go out and have fun. Like, I even feel like with you, not saying, you're an all-round friend, like we can do everything together. But I feel like I was even going through a patch where, like, me and my best friend's my best friend, but we mainly go out like summer. Summer, we're outside, from May till September, might be edging into October, we're outside. But I feel like I was going through a rough patch, and what was nice is that I had you to go out with, like, outside of that. Yeah. Like, I knew I could call you up and we could go out and have fun. And I sometimes think you need people like that.
Yeah.
Like, you need your friends that you can call up, and even though I can call my other friends up at any time, but I just feel like it was just a bit different with you. And where you were going through things at the same time, you were kind of out, so I didn't feel like I was drawing you out.
Yeah. I felt that there was a point where I was drawing you out, though.
You were drawing me out a little bit. Yeah. I'm not going to lie, but I needed that.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of fun during that time. But I'm back. I'm here.
Yeah, and I feel that's like with me. Like it took me a minute. I had to reset. Like I needed that escapism. That's the word of it. It was escapism.
Yeah.
And I needed that.
You were escaping.
I was escaping. Like I was not here. I was not here. I was on another planet. But literally I needed that. And I came back down to earth and now I'm like, yeah, cool. Like
I feel like you're a lot more like mindful now.
Yeah.
You're not just like, right, I want to do this. I want to do like, as I said, you haven't really been out in a long time.
No, haven't been out.
Exactly.
After Carnival was the last time I went out, like out.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with going out, but I feel like you are getting into space, like you said, you stop smoking, you're kind of changing the space that you're in, you're trying to focus on like what's next in your career and so many other things. You don't have time to have that hangover the next day.
No, and I think like it's not even just about the hangover.
You've done a lot of that.
Yeah, oh yeah. There was like, I was losing days.
Yeah.
But I think like now it's, I turned 35 this year. And to me, it's like the early 30s, like I'm getting closer to 40 now. And that's, I'm not saying like I'm not going to still go out and stuff like that, but actually like, you know, we were talking about when like the reality of turning 30 and the expectations and everything, like in the last episode, it was that thing of like, I've been in my 30s for 5 years now. And what have I really accomplished? That's what I genuinely like have been going through this year of like, what's next? Like we talked about feeling lost and stuff like that. And that's where I'm like, okay, I need to get out of that brain fog and I need to focus right now because the next 5 years, there's so much I need to accomplish so that my 40s can be more chilled. So actually, yeah, I had my little fun, but now I need to knuckle down. And that's the headspace I'm in at the moment. I'm not saying I'm not going to ever go out again, but I don't even have the need to go out. Like, I enjoyed the other night when we just sat down and had a games night and food.
Yeah, that was really actually.
That was really nice to me.
I can't believe we had a little games night the other day. We all brought a dish and I wasn't drinking and I wasn't smoking. It was so annoying because I started antibiotics a few days before and I was like, why would I literally took my little cousin, I took my little cousin to Ivy Nose. So I went to the drinks night.
Yeah.
And I knew I was going to this games night and I knew there was going to be drink there, but I started getting a toothache. I could have held out and then I couldn't drink. And then I went to Ivy Asia, took my cousin out. I still couldn't drink because of the antibiotics. But anyways, had a lovely games night.
Yeah.
And that was really, really nice.
It was.
Had such a laugh, actually.
We did, yeah. And I enjoyed that so much because it was like, I had like two drinks, I think I had. And it was nice, like...
3, babe.
Huh?
3, 4.
I didn't. I was driving. I had 2.
It was Sprite.
I did. I actually mixed all my drinks with Sprite.
The 4 drinks.
The 4 drinks. So technically they were 2 drinks.
Yeah,
because they were half glasses.
Spritzers.
Yeah, spritzers. There you go. So that equals 2 drinks. But yeah, like it was nice. I just had such a nice night. And actually, when I think about it, like, don't get me wrong, I love a good night out here and there. But actually, the thought of it right now, I have anxiety about going. And I think as well, maybe that is because I've stopped smoking. I don't know what that's going to look like because I associate getting drunk, having a cigarette, like having a vape. So maybe I'm scared.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, there's so many other things to do and we've got different things planned. Like we're going out for dinner. We've got the Mistress of Mayfair coming up. We've got things scheduled. Our little walk, hot girl walk, my back foot. There's nothing hot about walking, I'll tell you that. But we've got different things scheduled. So it doesn't always have to be that partying. I think get this next few seasons out the way and then summer hopefully you'll be ready.
Do you know the one thing I'm actually really happy about, like, and I really hope you stick with this no smoking, because I was like thinking, oh Jesus, when we go to Antigua, if you're smoking, like, because now Christmas is going to be my first holiday that I've never smoked.
It is difficult because, you know, if it's so much easier if you're with someone that's not, because it's like Shanice messaged me and was like, do you want to come to Forward Motion? But I was like, I don't know if I want to do that right now because I'm not smoking. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And in my head, I was like, oh, I really do want to go, but she's going to be standing next to me smoking and I'm going to get a little bit agitated by it. And I know because I'm going to be waved. I'm like, give me one.
Yeah. And that was like me when you lot went to Brera.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to Brera. but then I had to say no. Obviously, I had to make the decision to say no. And then when I saw the videos afterwards, I actually was grateful I didn't go.
See, I would have been all right at Brera.
No, because I just saw ashtrays on the table and stuff, and I was like, I just smoked.
Yeah.
It was still, remember, it was still very early days. I'd stopped,
early.
yeah.
Like, I know that you, as you said, that you've had like quite a few friends that have come and come and gone over the years.
Yeah.
Like, do you ever get that feeling of, oh, I miss that friend, or I miss how, or it could even be someone that you're friends with still now, but the friendship's not the same. Like, do you ever get
100%.
like that? 'Cause I get like that.
Yeah, I like it. It's like you're grieving. But I think as well, it's like you're not just grieving that friendship. Sometimes they knew a certain side of you, and like you've not just outgrown a friendship, you've outgrown that version of yourself. So you can grieve that version of yourself. Like, I think, God, like there's certain times where I think, even like like I say, the escapism time. Yeah, I do miss that. I miss being able to be like, oh my God, let's go out. But then at the same time, I'm like, I don't want that at the same time. I miss it, but yeah, definitely. And there's people from like my childhood who I have really great memories with. And, you know, like there can be some things that like sometimes you're out and something will prompt that memory from years ago, or you might see someone related to that memory and you think, oh my God, they would understand that. No one else will understand that but that person. And you can't even call them to be like, oh my God, da 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 da.
See, mine's a bit different because because a lot of my friends are still my friends. I think I have grieved the versions of them. So like me and my best friends, when our kids have grown up together, but now they're getting older, it's kind of like they're off, they're doing their own things. But I remember when we always used to go out and do things together, like there always used to be something going on.
Yeah.
And now it's like trying to get the kids together is like, fucking mate. My son's got his whole Sunday. Every Sunday is a busy day for him. So he's not interested in seeing anyone. But I miss when we had a bit more time. I really miss two of my friendships in particular, my sister, my friend that's basically like my sister, and my best friend when we had more time. As we've got older, work, relationships, kids, just our priorities have just changed.
Yeah.
And even though like my best friend will always be my best friend and my other friend will always be my little sister, I have to bad her up sometimes and be like, why are you ignoring me? Why are you not responding to my messages? These times I know you're on your phone playing games. Like, don't piss me off. Like, what is your problem? But I miss them so much sometimes. Like, I miss them so much. But I am glad that I can turn around and be like, what's your problem? Like, you're really winding me up. Like, I haven't spoken to you. Like, what's going on? But that's one thing that I agree. There's no one that I sit there and think, I wish I was friends with you still. There's nobody. You're so far in the distance. I don't even know what you look like anymore. Like, but my friends, I miss when we were younger and we had so much time and we used to go out and we used to have fun, like all of us together.
Yeah.
We still go out and have fun, but the fun's different now.
Yeah.
But I miss all of those memories that we used to have, going to my house, getting ready. Like, we've grown up together, like from school, all of us, our kids. Now, my other friend, she has a daughter. Like, it's just, I can't explain it, but it does make me sad sometimes because I'm like, we're old now and our priorities have changed and things will never be the same again. One day, I don't know, obviously I'm in a long-term relationship, but my other friends, they might get into long-term relationships and we're already, our priorities have changed and we're already kind of distant. We're not like how we used to be. Then they're going to get married. They may go on to have more kids. And, you know, it's really scary, actually. Yeah. And I think where I have such a small group of friends, I do find that scary.
I think I'm okay with it now. Like, obviously your situation is different. I'm okay with the fact that I understand that everyone's going to change. And because I've had so many changes, I think I just don't get as attached to people anymore.
Yeah, I think that's my issue, is because I haven't had those changes. It's like, you're my people. Like, you are my people.
No, I think because I hate change. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely hate change. But when it comes to people, I've lost a lot of trust in friends, if I'm honest. Like, I had a friend break my heart. And I know that sounds so cheesy.
No, people, they can though, can't they?
But I did. I had a friend who I met. We actually met in the hospital. Our kids were born a day apart. Didn't know each other from Adam. I was there like in labour and she was rubbing my back. And she's in labour at the same time. And our kids grew together. Like, we were best friends. She was my best friend. And one day she just disappeared. No warning, no nothing. Just disappeared. Like, after like 4 years. And we did become friends again like years later, but our friendship was never the same. And I think this is going to sound, this little therapy session here for me with friends, but I have thought about this before. I think that I've never really allowed myself to get really close to friends because I've had, because I give so much and people have always let me down in friendships and relationships. I just don't allow myself anymore. That's why I can easily just drop people out. Like, my bestest friends ever from primary school, we're talking primary school, there was 3 of us. There was me, Charmaine and Dominique. And they were my bestest friends ever. And one term, they both just left the school. They both moved away. So I lost my 2 best friends, like, from reception. And I think maybe it was like year 2 or year 3 they left. And I had no one. And I had to make whole new friends. And I think that fucked me up. Like, I think I'm traumatized from that. And since then, all my friends have just let me down. So I just don't allow myself to get... I am close with... It's weird because, like, I am close with people, but I always look at people like, you could leave.
But I just think you've had bad luck. I think it's the people that you've had around you.
But I don't know if it's them or if it's me. I think it's a bit of both. Like, it can be the people, but also I think, like, I genuinely think it's something with me as well.
What do you think it is?
I think it's because I won't trust people. Because I'm just like, I look at people as you are disposable because you could leave.
I don't think you do. I think you're saying that, but I don't feel like you're like that because, as you said, you give a lot.
I do. I still give a lot. I still give a lot.
So if for someone that gives a lot, they're not the other person on the other side is not sitting there thinking you're going to go and leave and they're disposable. So what do you think the issue is that you think you're the issue?
Maybe it is because I give too much. I genuinely don't know what it is, but I wish I knew fully what it was, but it's this 50-50. It's like almost like a split personality kind of thing. It's like, I will give too much, but at the same time I look at you like, you could leave. I've always got that foot in the back of the head, you're going to leave.
But do you sometimes, and I know this is really bad because my friend said it to me as well, I can be a bit up my arse, but do you think sometimes it is like the caliber of friends that you're choosing?
Yeah. I think sometimes
and I know that, as I said, I'm not up my arse. Like, I've been that girl. I've been through shit.
Yeah.
But we're big people now. You can't still be going through shit, or you can't still be just mixing there. Everything, you're just one of them people that always got things going on. And you don't even have to be one of them people that have just got things going on. But you know, when you look at someone and think, would I want to be friends with you? No, not really. I'm very much like that. And I know that can be bad because my friends pulled me up before and said, you can't be like that. I don't think I could be associate. But I think that sometimes it's about the caliber of people you have around you. Because as I said, I've never had any mix up with my friends. And this is since some of them I've known since I was 12, 13.
Yeah. Well, if I think about the last sort of group of friends I had around me, I met them online, didn't I? Like, I met them through this like online girl group, like for people that would, because I needed to be outside. I needed to go outside and just do so. And like the way we all fell into each other, like I say, we were there for a season. We all needed each other in that moment. And it was
nice.
It was nice, but I think it was, what's that word? Codependent. And all of us we were all going through shit and we basically trauma bonded. We were going through shit and we all needed each other in that moment. And it wasn't healthy. It was fun. It was fucking fun. I had a 1.5 years of absolute chaos and fun, but it wasn't healthy. And I realize that now.
I feel like what I do want to say is I feel like just this version I've seen of you recently, especially since you've let loose, you've let your hair down, like, fucking hell, mate, that's over now. But this version that I'm seeing, I feel like you will start to attract the people that you will want in your future.
There's a thing I saw the other day, and I think it goes for relationships and friendships. The healed version of you will really look at like the people you had around, like relationships and friendships you had around you, like when you were unhealed. And I do think like I was unhealed at that point, and I had a lot of things around me that were not in the best interest for me. So now that I'm healed, I do feel like I will start to attract like the right type of friends, the right type of associates, the right type of men. Because even like I look at like my unhealed version, the men that I was attracting, I look back now and I'm like, what the fuck were you thinking? So I do feel like this new era for me, like watch this space, guys. But like I do feel like I will start attracting like-minded people to me.
Yeah, I definitely feel like you will, because you are a really nice person. So I can't see why someone wouldn't want to be friends with you. That is just like a normal.
Everyone wants to be friends with me.
Yeah,
that's the
like
thing. It's not. Listen, it's not. No, but it's not them. This is Priya. If I gave everyone the opportunity, I would still be friends with everyone. There's not even in a big headed way. There's not a person on this world that like has stopped being my friend. I've stopped being friends with everybody, like because I get to the point with people. I'm like, I can't take this shit no more. And again, it's because I've given too much. Yeah,
but they shouldn't even put you in a position to be giving too much. When I look at my friendships, I feel the reason why I've been able to maintain these friendships, and as I said, it takes a certain person, and somehow I've just had my certain people around me to deal with me, because I am very direct and straight to the point. Like if I don't like something, I will have a conversation with you about it, or I will pull you up. I'm not just going to sit there and be in my feelings. And I'm not petty about what I'm pulling people up about. I am pulling up you. I will pull you up about something that I feel like is directly impacting me from how you may have behaved. And as I said, there's never, ever been anything big, but it could be like of my best friend, as I said, when she never answers the phone sometimes. And I'm like, I will go to her, you're always on your phone. Like you're always on your phone. And then now I have to start doing that. Do you know what I mean? My voice has to start getting to that level. But I think the good thing is that all my friends know, they know me inside out. They know that I'm very direct and straight to the point. I make sure that I have that communication with people, especially the ones that I'm close with, about my expectations of our relationship. And if I'm not happy about something, not even not happy, I feel like happy is the wrong word, not being happy is the wrong word, but I'll be like, I feel like we need to try and do more. We need to make a more conscious effort to do more. Or we need to put a date in the diary for like once a month we meet up. I think it's really important to hold on to those friendships that you can see are good for your soul. Like my friends, they are good for my soul. And I do hope, as I said, when I die, I don't want a whole heap of people at my funeral for the sake of putting numbers in. All my friends that are going to be at my funeral, you're going to be bawling because I know that I've brought something to your life. Yeah. I don't want people around me just for the sake of being around me. So I really do value my friendships that I have so, so much. Like I love all my friends so much.
Yeah. I think for me, like so I know with my already friends that I feel like I need to make more of an effort with them. That's it. And that is something I am conscious about. And I've been conscious about it for a while, but I have taken for granted some of my friendships, the actual ones I should have nurtured, basically. So I know that I've got to make a conscious effort more with that. I'm a lot more accountable now, and I need to have people around me that are accountable too. I don't want to just sort of people that bury their head in their sand and not want to be able to talk about things and just be like, oh, you're being sensitive or get over it. Like I need people that I can fully trust to be able to say, Because as I said before, like, I don't want it to be these things building up and then I blow up. I'd rather be able to talk to someone about something and them take accountability. And, you know, it's just like, sometimes accountability isn't agreeing with the other person. It's just understanding from their point. Like, if I tell you I've got an issue with this, you don't need to agree and think that you did something wrong, but it's just acknowledging, okay, you know what, I've made you feel that way. It wasn't my intention to. And I think sometimes that's all you need. It's when...
I think that is so important to be at a level of maturity that you can say, right, you've done this to upset me or annoy me. I felt upset by something you've done.
Yeah.
You may have not intentionally done it. You may have not even... My friends pulled me up loads of times and said, Priya, you've done this or you've said this. And as I said, I can be very direct. So... And I'm never going to change. Yeah. I'm exactly like that. I am more mindful. I have had people say, you know, you kind of said it like this and you've pulled me up and we've had a conversation or we've been able to unpick what that actually meant. And I think that is really important.
Yeah. It was like when I think we had a conversation about something and you had it, like, in my head, I'd seen it in one way. But then when I spoke to you about it, like, you explained your side to me. And it wasn't the biggest of deals, but again, it was like, for me, I just needed to address it with you. And you were like, do you know what? I didn't even think of it like that. But to me, it was like, just the fact that you acknowledged how I felt, that was enough for me. For me, just the fact that you were able to turn around to me and be like, do you know what? I'm sorry you felt like that. It wasn't in that intent. That was enough for me. It's when you have conversations with people and they're just like, well, it wasn't like, they just won't take accountability or even understand your side. It's just like, well, that's how you feel.
Yeah, as I said, I value my friendships.
Yeah.
So I am very mindful about if someone's coming to me and is addressing something because they feel a certain way, I'm going to listen to it because I know I'm direct. I know that sometimes the way I can do things or the way I can say things can be very blunt. But most people who know me know that is just me and don't take it personally. But sometimes you might be in a down mood and take it personally. It might take you a moment to reflect and be like, oh, that's just Priya being Priya.
Yeah.
But I think it's important to be able to go, this is how I felt about this. Just wanted to kind of clear the air, make sure everything's okay. I think it's so important to have those discussions to be able to maintain those friendships, because having good friends is very hard to have it. Finding a good friend and good friends are very hard to come by. So it's so important to try and hold on to them as we're getting older.
And that's what I think I love about our friendship is I feel our friendship is very mature and it's very like, it's taught me a lot about the kind of people that I want to have around me as well. Like you have been, I call you my adult friendship, like how I expect my adult friendships to be. Like I still got, like I say, my friend Rachel, like we're still adults, but we still have that childish element to us because we've known each other since 16. Whereas I met you as an adult and you've only known me in two lights. Whereas other people might have known me, like you've known your other friends through the years of it, but actually you've set a standard for me now of how I expect my adult friendships to be.
Yeah, because you grow, when you've known someone for a long time, you grow through their versions, you understand the journey they're on, you understand why they may be becoming the person that they are. But when you're making a friendship like this, it's like, I'm taking you as the adult that you are.
Yeah.
And by now you should have a level of, this is the person. It's very likely that the person that we are now, if you're not at a certain level by this age, like in the nicest way possible, I'm not sure what is in store for the future.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you have to be up there by your mid-30s, but you need to be en route to kind of, I have big dreams and aspirations and this is what I want for myself. I have goals in my head. But if you're just like, life's just passing by. Yeah, you know, I go out every other weekend, all I can't wait for is Friday so I can just have a drink. And that's your thing that gives you a buzz, then I don't really want to be around that. And that's not the sort of friends that I want around me.
Yeah.
So I feel like by now when you're meeting people, you want to know what kind of drives them. And they may not have it all figured out because like we discussed last time.
Yeah.
Like,
we're lost. Like,
I'm lost. I feel lost, but I know I want more.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel lost. But it's been, as usual, it's always good having these conversations. But yeah, like friendships, they evolve and that's okay. I've seen so many versions of my friends and I've seen the women that they've become today, and I'm absolutely fucking amazed, I have to say, by these women that I have in my life and these friends that I'm so glad that I have the friends that I can call, you're my friend. And if I call you my friend, you better know you're my friend, because that's a big word. You're not my associate, you're my friend. And your 30s, as I said, I want to meet new people and I will meet new people. I think your 30s are about finding new people, and I'm so excited for you to find your people and to, you know, create new adult memories.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. And I think like I have an idea of how it looks. Like I genuinely see myself as like at a kitchen island with a glass of wine with my mates. Like that's how I see my next sort of steps with my friends. I mean, when I have my massive house and I throw dinner parties and that.
Oh my God, that sounds like the dream.
I can't wait.
Yeah, because I'm not a host.
I am. Oh, I'm the hostess. You know me. I'm the hostess of the mostess.
I'm going to try next year actually to like do like a like we did the other day, have the little games night, because that was fun. I'm going to try and host.
I'm going to host, but I'm going to rent an Airbnb to do it. So
yeah, I'm going to host. I think it'll be nice in the summer because I can use the garden and that. But I am going to host this year. I'm going to try and do times 2 hosting this year. But it's been great.
Yeah. So my out thought here is cherish the people that you call your friends. Take care of each other and be understanding of each other.
Yeah, be understanding of each other. We've all got different priorities. You never know when someone's going through something and having a bad day. Friends can mean some people only have friends and that's it.